Hare Krishna. Hope you're doing well. Let's get started with this hypothesis testing oriented question, which involves exponential distribution. You may say, oh, okay, where is the exponential distribution? But we'll see in a bit. Maybe you are already seeing it as a transformation of this random variable over here. Now, my claim is you can solve this question in about 10 seconds because of the nature of this question, but I will give this away towards the end. But just feel free to pause and take a look and see how it can be answered in 10 seconds. Let's start with how AI helped me with this. I gave this question to AI and told, okay, tell me which option is correct. So it started with the correct theory, defining the likelihood. Then eventually there was an element of taking the likelihood ratio under the null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis, where we could see that the likelihood ratio is monotonically increasing in summation xi, and we also know that, okay, maybe not very obviously, but over here this mod xi will follow exponential with mean theta, right? You can easily check it by looking at the CDF. You will see that this thing transforms into the expression for this is same as the CDF for the exponential distribution with mean theta. And okay, so when we scale the exponential by the mean and multiply by 2, what we have is essentially this thing is exponential with mean 2, which is equivalent to chi square with 2 degrees of freedom. Yes. So this entire sum is equal to chi square 2n, and this this likelihood ratio is increasing with summation x mod xi. So this would be the critical region of the test based on the form given here. And that's how the AI is absolutely wrong. I mean, it was correct up till this point, but this part it messed up. The reason being, we always define the null distribution or the distribution of test statistic under the null hypothesis. Under the null hypothesis, the mean itself is theta. So this theta is 2, 2 and 2 cancel. And the distribution that we should be considered with is summation mod xi chi square 2n. And that is the correct answer will not involve a 2 over here. But as I was saying, this could have been done in 10 seconds. How? Let's say in first 5 seconds, you are quick to notice that the given distribution is essentially exponential on both sides of the real line. So the mod of this, which is also the statistic used in all of the options, by the way, the mod of this is folded over here. So the mod of x is exponential. Then in the next 2-3 seconds, you could notice that the mean is theta equal to 2, which is less than the mean in alternate. So intuitively, when the sample is more, when the sample value is more, that is the indication that the mean is more. So your critical region should be in the direction where the sample mean or the sample sum is greater than a particular quantity. So this anyway eliminates this and this. And then in the last 2-3 seconds, you can notice that if you happen to remember the connection with chi square, degree 2 and exponential 2, that summation mod xi under null hypothesis is following chi square 2n. So this would give you all the indication that this would be your test statistic and this would be the direction of the critical region and this would be the right answer. So the intuition over here was just master the basics. Like the one key basic over here was that the mean under the alternate is more than the mean under the null. So intuitively that will influence if the test is to be logical, the direction of the test statistic that it takes in the critical region, it will be influenced by the mean mentioned in the null and alternate hypothesis. It's very important to internalize it, so it helps in looking at the direction of the critical region very quickly. So that was it. Take care. Hare Krishna.